Hi, and welcome back to our podcast. I'm Nash, and I'm part of the digital dating crew here at Digital Dating. And we're going to kind of talk you through a couple of things in this podcast today about kind of what we want to look for in a digital dating profile and what you should be looking for. So without further ado, let me introduce my other people here.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I'm also part of the digital dating team.
Hi, I'm Freddie. I'm another part of the digital dating team.
And like Nash said, we're going to be talking a lot about online dating profiles and in a more broad sense of view, just online dating in general.
So, first of all, I'd like to start the discussion by talking about if you should judge a person by their profile. I'm not sure. Freddie, what do you think about this?
I think judging someone by their profile is a definite good way to go. It's kind of your first impression of them. So if someone doesn't have a quality or weird profile, then that's probably who they are.
I agree, but I think there's a lot more to be said based on like bios and what goes into that and a profile.
Well, I think that an online dating profile is a good way to judge someone, but then again, if you think about yourself and you think about your own online dating profile, I feel like I chose good pictures to represent who I am, but still, I mean, you can't really tell who I am based on my pictures and my bio, but that's just a personal opinion. I don't know.
So, Lindsay, from a female perspective, what are you looking for when you're going through a Bumble or Tinder profile?
So, personally, I probably use Tinder more than I use Bumble, but on a Tinder profile, I'm usually looking for a guy who looks respectable and who seems witty. Like when I look at his bio, he has a funny joke or he just seems casual. If I see someone's Tinder bio or Tinder pictures and they are kind of weird and they're doing like weird things or have a lot of like strange pictures, I tend to not swipe to like them on Tinder.
Understandable. And Freddie, I'm not sure if you're using more Bumble or Tinder, but what do you look for when you're on your profile?
I kind of bounce between both of them, I'd say. And looking at a profile, I'm looking for her to have good pictures. It's always quality. Kind of keeping an eye out for ex-boyfriends.
Yes, I agree with that. Sometimes they'll have people in their pictures and they like put an emoji over their face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you're just wondering why.
So you're kind of like having to determine who they are.
Okay.
But definitely also like a funny bio is good. What's cool too is like you can now link like your Spotify or Instagram, so you can get like a closer look.
Yeah,
and see
I feel like that
type
gives you
of,
like a totally good vibe about their personality as well.
Yeah, like what music they're into and different things like that. So right from the bat, you can tell if you're gonna get along with them or not, which is cool.
Cool. All right. Well, I'd also like to talk about what kind of pictures are acceptable or attractive, or I know it's different for everyone, but in a general perspective, what should people be posting for their pictures?
I feel like, sort of like I said before, something that's like respectable and respectful towards your audience, and you really want to like sort of cater towards the person that you're looking to date. So post pictures of things that you're involved in, post goofy pictures with your friends, things like that, where it's like sort of lighthearted yet still gives off a vibe where, okay, I'm like seriously looking for someone to date and I'm showing off good qualities about myself. But also don't ever lie about something. Don't ever post a photo that's not of you or pretend you're someone you're not or anything like that, because that's just a bad idea.
So
Catfish territory.
Yeah.
True. So what do we think about posting pictures in swimsuits or with family members or with group pictures? So should it be more not even selfies, but photos of one person, or group photos, or what's important in respect to the actual picture? Like, I know respect we were talking about and being respectful of your audience, but more talking about what kind of pictures are respectable. Like, is someone in a bathing suit respectable, or is that something taboo kind of you should avoid?
I think totally depends on like what kind of bathing suit it is. Like obviously big beach pictures are really cool and stuff like that. But also like it definitely should probably be like I look on with the profile and like with the swimsuit in general, or specifically like if I would show it to my mom and my mom would say like comment about it, then it probably wouldn't be great. But
also going off of that, I think that like based on the appropriateness of the photo, if you're just having fun and you're at the beach, like it is 2018,
Yeah,
and
totally.
women have the same type of rights and should be respected just the
course.
same way that
Yeah,
they are
totally.
in regular clothing as they would be in bathing suits. So as long as the photo isn't like totally inappropriate or anything, I think that showing off your personality, showing off where you're from, what you do, who your friends are is really important.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And talking more about like the pictures too, I know you just said like showing who your friends are and stuff, but also I think like your profile is your profile, so like it should be more focused around you.
People
so,
should be able to tell who you are in
yeah.
your profile.
Oftentimes, like I'll swipe through and I'll see like it's the same group of like 3
Yeah.
girls. I'm like, what girl is it? So
Yeah.
then I end up swiping not right because so that would be to the left because I don't know which girl I would be swiping right on.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, I think another thing like that I look at a lot, as you kind of talked about a little bit before, is like not Instagram, excuse me, a Tinder or Bumble bio too. I think that shows off a lot about like who you are depending on what you say.
Oh yeah.
And going back, I know you just mentioned Instagram. Going back to that, should people link their social media to their profile, or should that be something that's separate that you give out at a later point, or how should they handle mixing social medias with your profile, with digital dating, with the whole process?
I think it all depends on like what kind of information you're willing to share, and I mean, if your Instagram shows a lot about who you are and what kind of things you do, then why not put it in your bio? I mean, you have that information out to the public already, so what's it gonna hurt if it's on a dating profile?
Right. And
And what's cool about that though is that it is linked to it and you can view all the photos and everything, but it doesn't show like your display name.
No,
or
exactly.
you can't click on it and take you into the Instagram app. So I think that is like a nice like
Nice
safe
way to
thing that
see
they did.
photos, but
Yeah.
not.
So it almost gives you a better picture of
Yeah.
the person
Yeah.
and things that they go to and stuff
definitely,
like that.
definitely. And this is more of a kind of a deeper question. But what is a bad bio? What is a bad profile? What does a bad profile look like?
I mean, I don't think that specifically there is such thing as a good and bad bio. I think it's all depending on what you're looking for. But personally, if I look in online dating bio and people use profanity or they say inappropriate things, I usually automatically don't like them on any digital dating platform because that's just not attractive to me, and I find it like immature a little bit. But
Yeah.
then again, there could be someone who has that same sense of humor or does the same thing, and then they might like that. So it all depends on what audience you're looking to cater to, and you have to keep that in mind.
Right. Like, I think it's, you'll often see, like, those, like, gross sexual innuendos or anything along those lines.
Yeah.
We
Obviously,
talk about that
people-
too in one of our earlier posts
Yeah.
about it
Totally.
goes down in the DMs, so go check that out.
Yeah, which people are, shameless plug, it's all right.
Yeah.
But so, like, people who are just on the app exclusively for hookups and things like that. So that's obviously a red flag, something to steer away from.
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
think bad bios, too, are just, like, if it's just really cheesy and, like, I don't know.
So like catchphrases or like
Catchphrases,
quick
song
wit.
lyrics, things
Yeah.
like that. Those types of things
Yeah.
personally
I
turn
think
me
I
off.
think that's funny that you say that, because sometimes I swipe right on people that have that kind of stuff because I think it's kind of funny.
So it just
Like,
goes
if
to
they-
show it depends on the person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
exactly.
All right. Well, there's a couple more things I'd just like to kind of get your take on. I know that with digital dating, a big component that people are worried about or dislike about it is the judgment that goes along with it, and which is just a part of it. So is it okay to judge a person by their profile? Is it rude to judge someone by their profile? Is judgment just part of how digital dating works? What's you guys' take on that, Freddie? What do you think?
I think that, you go into it knowing that you're going to be judged, and you also know that you're going to be judging people. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You're getting just this tiny snapshot of what a person is, and you're obviously going to judge them based on that. So is it necessarily right? Probably not. You should take the time and like get to know everybody, but then you'd have like 35 Tinder matches.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's not the greatest, but it's inevitable.
Yeah, and Lindsay, what do you think about this?
I mean, I think, like, at the end of the day, we're part of a generation that is all about social media and about online
Oh, yeah.
dating and about, like judging a person by their Facebook profile, their Instagram profile,
By their
like,
likes.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, their likes, their comments, like whatever. And at the end of the day, that's a really like shallow thing for us to value, but that's just the way our society is right now. Maybe someday that'll change, maybe not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But based on the world we live in now, to judge a person by their profile, I don't think it's a rude thing. I mean, like Freddie said, you go into this type of digital dating world knowing that you're going to be judged, and you take that chance. And I really believe like that what's meant to be will happen, and that there is fate, and if you're meant to match with someone, you will, and if not, you won't. And that's just the chance that you take when you sign up for something like this. But I mean, it's a risk that me and I'm sure tons of other people are willing to take in order to find love.
Awesome. Well, I feel like we've had a great kind of discussion about everything today, and I want to thank both of you for coming in and talking
Glad
with
to
me.
be here.
Yeah, well, thank you again. And again, for everyone that was tuning in and listening to us, I just want to thank you. And please make sure to go to our latest blog post and check it out and leave some comments below.
And don't forget to follow us on social media.
At digital_dating.
Thank you. So without further ado, I will end this podcast.